How are you guys? This is gonna be a reading for Tauro, November 2019 through December. We're gonna go through some topics, and I'm gonna try to be as direct and brief as I can. Okay, so for Tauro, the first thing that I see in your reading, there's a lot of self-doubt. You've been a critic of yourself lately, and you're also ignoring a call. So two things. Because of you being criticizing yourself and try to be so perfect, you've created a little bit of doubt on yourself, and that can be perceived, and that is not good for you. There's also a sense of doing something, of being called to do something, of having a passion for something, but for a reason or another, you're just ignoring that, and you shouldn't. So we got two things right there. Do not criticize yourself so much, and don't ignore whatever it is that is your call. If there's something that you feel you should do, if there's something that you like doing, if there's a passion for something, you should look for a way to do it, or obtain it, work it, or do something about it. But do not ignore it. I can see that you're very independent, that you have clear boundaries, and that you have an ability to communicate in a direct way, which is apparently good for you, Tauro. You are very upfront and more direct when talking. Keep it that way. Will be a message that I have for you guys. The other thing that I see over here is that you have an ability to you have the ability of persuasion and influence, but you also have a lot of compassion for people. So those are your main strengths right now, and if you work them in your behalf, you're gonna get something out of it, and you can make a change in your life. You do not rule by controlling others, Tauro. You quietly influence and persuade. So right there, what I've been told is that you, Tauro, you have an ability to persuade people and to influence people. If you take these abilities and you work them in a positive way, based on what you like to do in your work area, in your passion, you're gonna be able to switch your life and gain something out of it. Financial stability is what I'm talking about. I can also see over here that you are in the middle of soul searching. There's a lot of introspection, but there's a lot of moments being alone because you have an inner guidance. So right now, Tauro, being alone is something good for you. You shouldn't feel bad. You shouldn't care what people say. This is a time for you where you should be alone sometimes, analyze, think, make a plan, make decisions. Right now, Tauro, one of the things that I will tell you is it is better to be alone. It is better to be alone than to be influenced by the wrong people, because you are not going to get whatever it is that you want to get. Right now, like I said, you are in the middle of a prominent role. There's some people either watching you, considering you for a new role, pay increasement, or a new job, but there's something going on around you, Tauro. And this moment right now, November and December, is very critical if you want to make a change. If you're in the middle of a new role at your job, if you're in the middle of searching a new job, if you're asking for an increase in your payment, if you're in the middle of a business deal, if you're about to open a business, whatever it has to do with increased money, circulation of money, right now, Tauro, it is the moment for that. It's gonna work for you, but you gotta be strong, and there has to be absolutely no doubt within yourself, because if you show yourself as someone with doubt, everyone's gonna perceive that, everyone's gonna notice that, and it's gonna look at you in a weak way, and this is not gonna work for you. So zero doubts. You're in the middle of change, good change, Tauro. But you have to show yourself on the strongest way possible. This is a moment for good luck, karma, life cycles, destiny, and this is a turning point in your life. The wheel of karma reminds us that what goes around comes around. So this very moment right now is going to be the judgment time for you, Tauro. So whatever you put on the past in the world, whatever it is that you were doing for the past year, 2 year, 3 years, it's gonna come back to you now. So if you were good, if you were positive, something positive is gonna come to your life. But if you were not that great with people, you're also gonna be teach whatever it is that you did, so that you learn and you change. So whatever happens, take it in the most positive way, Tauro, if you wanna get good out of this cycle that you're going through, because there's changes coming within the month or two, and your behavior and your way of thinking about yourself is gonna affect the results. Just saying. There is chaos, renovation, awakening. There's sudden change, and there's also a need to break free from the old ways of thinking. So there's two things here. There's unexpected events coming, or at least starting to change within this month of November to December, Tauro. But there's also a need from you to change a certain way of thinking that you should stop thinking of. There's a certain kind of perspective that you have apparently in something, and this is the time for you to change that perspective and realize that you might have been wrong about this, about that, about this person, about this situation, about this belief. There's a need for a specific kind of change of thinking that is gonna be needed within a month or two, because of the changes that are gonna happen. There's a very closed door for you, Tauro, and it's gonna bring abundance and luxury, self-sufficiency, it says. But do not get mistaken by this. Do not get blinded by this. If whatever happens in your life within a month or two that gives you something, that gives you a little bit of money, or gives you a position, or it makes that business work out, or you just get some money out of nowhere that you were not expecting, whatever it is that happens in your favor, try to be very humble about it, and don't get blinded by luxury, about material things, because you're gonna make a lot of mistakes and then you're gonna regret it, because I can see it here. Keep that in your mind. What else? Remember that sometimes wealth can also be a trap, and remember that cash flow can diminish. First, don't get blinded by material things. Stop buying things that you don't need. If you get some money, save it. Don't start buying shit that you don't need, because apparently that's what you like doing when you get money. And it's saying right here, stop with the bullshit. Save some money. And remember that the cash flow diminishes. So you can have a lot of money today. Next month, you might not have shit. That's why it says here that you should save money. Because at one point, if something stops bringing you money, you're going to have something saved until you fix it or you make it work again. But you don't leave your pockets empty, which apparently it's either happening now or has been happening lately. What else? There's a lot of ideas, but sometimes there's problems bringing them to reality. So apparently sometimes, Tauro, you have very good ideas. You have things that can actually work for you. You have this instinct that can make you grow, that can make you obtain whatever it is that you want, Tauro. But sometimes you just have difficulty bringing that idea to reality. If you have problems on that, communicate with someone that can help you on that. Or look for information, inspire yourself some way. But do not lose time. This is a time for you, Tauro, that you're not supposed to be at any moment bored. If at any moment you see yourself bored, you are absolutely losing time, doing shit, and you're just going to make it worse for you. I'm telling you like it is. If you want to get whatever it is that you want to get, you cannot lose time. You just can't be bored. You always have to do something. Always have to be doing something, especially this month of November and next month, December. There's if I was to tell you a warning, Tauro, the warning would be, it says here that there's a lot of conflict, disagreement. There's a lot of eyes on you. You've been watched for a reason, but this is not also a time for laying low. You have to show yourself in the middle of this situation and problems and constant watching. You have to show yourself in the best way. You have to play the role. You have to respond to whatever it is that happens. Don't lay low. Don't lay low. Don't stay quiet. Don't avoid confrontation. No, you go ahead. You show your face. You respond in the most professional way. But you show yourself as what you are, a Tauro. You fight. You're strong. You're not supposed to stay quiet and just let everyone go on top of you. I'm not saying it's happening, but I'm saying never do it. Never allow it. Because right now there's a lot of confrontation going on. There's individuals verifying you, watching you for a reason, not specifically for a bad reason. This might be your boss watching out, just seeing how you perform. Maybe he wants something better for you. Maybe he's about to offer you something. Maybe someone's gonna offer you a job. Maybe someone wants to do a business deal with you, and they're watching how you are. They're watching how you react to situations. They're watching how you talk. So this warning is not something bad. It's more about telling you, Tauro, to be very aware of what's happening. Don't just go with the flow. Be aware. Take charge. In your love area, it's bad. It's just bad. If you're single because you want to be single, apparently. And if you have a relationship, it's bad as well. It's just bad. I have to tell you how it is. In love area, it sucks right now. You have what it takes, but yet, for a reason, you hold yourself back. You could be a lot better in this area, but for a reason, you're just not. So, being single or being with a partner right now, either way, it's not in your best situation. It's not your best situation, but it says over here that it's because of your behavior, your way of thinking. Sometimes it makes it really complicated. If you're single right now, you're single because of this, because of the way you think, because of how you are in this area. You are complicated, and sometimes people are scared. They're just scared away. And if you are in a relationship, you don't realize how you are, or the things that you say and do sometimes. They can be hurtful. And they can make people stop loving you or scared of you. Either way, let's take that aside. In your professional, money-wise, business, growth area, you have a lot of self-discipline. You cannot be bored. You have a feeling of being stuck, and you're always looking for perfection. Do not be resistant to change. If in the middle of this month of November and December, there's an opportunity for something, go ahead and fucking do it. Do not stop out of fear of change. Just go ahead and do it. You have to be brave. There has to be zero doubts right now for you, Tauro, or you're just gonna fail. So I'm telling you what it is that you need. Now it's on you to do it. I wish for all of you Taurus a great November and a great December. I want you guys to work out this weakness that you might have. Take advantage of these abilities that I talked to you about and get whatever it is that you want to get. Fight for whatever it is that you want to fight. Save some money. And being alone right now shouldn't be a problem. This is a moment for inner guidance. So being alone is something that you are required, at least within this month and next month, for you to have a clear idea of whatever it is that you guys want. Take care. Bye.